Of course, with Evenepoel's career.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because there was always a question about Remco. Is he going to chase his ambition for a GC win, or is going to focus on something else, maybe classics? But it's clear and it's sure that they got like a lot of firepower when it comes down to GC. And it would be interesting to see how they're going to deploy all the riders, you know, among the year. I think if we stay on today, they got a possible protagonist for today's stage with Laurens Pitti. He's living.
Did wrong, or the mistakes he made, and what can he do right this year to save that energy, to be better positioned, and also for the Ineos Grenadiers to really make sure that they come together as a collective, to make sure that they are helping him in that point as well, and make sure that he can save as much as possible. Because if he did what he did last year, and he can be far further to the front,
a pair of prototype, and this is everything you see here need to be on sale, and that's I think is probably, I guess, from the UCI trying to keep the the economic side of cycling, you know, like the bicycle brand can sustain themselves as selling what the professionals are using, you know. Here's some typical Italian, you know, chit-chatting at the front. A lot of it.
Well, the doctors here are authorised to give out standard painkillers, aren't they?
Yeah.
Not much more than that. They can do, you know, they can do bandaging, or if a rider's got cuts and bruises, and disinfectant, but it's other than that, it's very basic what they can do.
Yeah. It's so basically some painkillers, or maybe if you have some stomach disease, you know,
just to settle your stomach.
Yeah.
Bahrain victorious, who of course feature Matej Mohoric, the winner in 2022, and Damiano Caruso in his final year of racing. Racing his 12th Milan-San Remo.
A little bit of a narrowing we saw just right before with the breakaway. Also the peloton at this very same point. Pretty soon the roads will get a little bit bigger, and that's where. I wonder if he. The crash.
Just that little narrowing, wasn't there, just before the bridge?
Yeah.
And has any riders actually gone down there, or?
No,
I think he's just been delayed, hasn't he?
Yeah, he just lost the Garmin. That's what he was. Remaining races we are not even mentioning, so that's what makes him such a champion.
Well, if he wins the Tour de France this year, which there's a very strong possibility he might, he draws level with Eddy Merckx in terms of Tour de France victories, doesn't he, on 5? Not just Merckx, he draws level with Indurain, Anquetil and Eno as well. And of course there was wrong, it goes catastrophically wrong. There's Filippo Ganna, third wheel, but it happens behind him, I think, just in front of him. How Ganna doesn't come down there, I have no idea.
Oh, mamma mia. That's a bad one, and ouch. And I think as we said, like this, and it's not allowed on the road, so they decided they go on a private land so nobody can bother them.
Still drifting all over the peloton though, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's not nice when you're a rider to breathe all this, but.
Oh.
So we've got a bit of a selection being forced, and the Bardiani riders, well, all the riders.
Let's see the replay of it. I think Pogacar was the first one going down there.
Well, that is the most decisive moment, potentially, of Tadej Pogacar's tilt at trying to win Milan-San Remo. That looks like an unrecoverable position for him. Biniam Girmay also delayed, as well as Wout van Aert.
And Matteo Jorgensen, I think, was involved. We see Affini here. But big bruises on the left side of Tadej Pogacar with this crash. Let's see if he can.
136, and here goes the world champion.
This is the moment that Pogacar's going to have to try and make the difference. Pidcock locked onto his wheel. Van der Poel comfortably able to follow. Has swept round Filippo Ganna. Ganna is a little bit on the back foot now as those three riders blast here. Pogacar, having been down, paced back to the peloton, has unleashed a big attack. He looks round and he sees Pidcock and Van der Poel for company. It's another trio going clear on the Cipressa. This time, though, swap out Ghana for Pidcock.
The hardest part of this climb is about to finish as they're going to turn right, but Ghana really, he was struggling to hold the pace, and the gap is big, nobody's pushing. Nobody
coming in fast, and Pogacar sees them there, and he goes, and Van der Poel, no immediate reaction as he coaxes Tom Pidcock onto the wheel in front. A little gap opens up, Pidcock is able to hold the wheel of Tadej Pogacar, and that is not a bluff from Van der Poel. He's riding his own race now and hoping that he can pace himself back, like Filippo Ganna did on the Cipressa, to the front of the race, but the signs are not good there for Van der Poel.
No, it seems like the pace is too high, so the pace we were seeing from Van der Poel was not a bluff. He's really struggling to hold the pace. He hasn't cracked yet, but he's being distance at the moment. Only Pidcock look like the only man able to follow Tadej Pogacar at the moment.
We're going to have a new winner of Milan-San Remo unless Van Aert can get across, but we're inside the last half kilometre. They slow right up. Tadej Pogacar aware of Tom Pidcock. Pidcock impassive, waiting to unleash his sprint, still too far out. Patience now for Pidcock. Pogacar, well, what a story he's written. Can he round it off? Can the world champion deliver the performance that gets him this yearned-for victory? Pogacar opens up his sprint. Pidcock still in the shadow of Pogacar. Pogacar trying to win the impossible race, but Pidcock is coming up alongside him. The arms go in the air, and it's very close, but Pogacar celebrates. The impossible race has been won by the impossible rider. Tadej Pogacar has done it!